Hey Ernesto, how you doing?
Good on you.
I'm doing great, thank you. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of your work, man. Your collaborations with Marco is are just to me, they're iconic at this point. They're like the
Thank
new
you.
generation of martial arts action films, and I absolutely enjoyed Diablo. It was great. Just the whole, not just the fights, but the whole story with its intricate twisting. It just was really good and it was greatly executed.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
So my
Thank you.
first question is, what inspired you to take on this project?
This project started because Marco and Scott made some movies together before, and they wanted to do a movie in Latin America. So Marco told Scott, "Hey, you gotta meet Ernesto. He can direct our movie, you know." And that way we started working together, the three of us, doing Zoom meetings, emails, and start, throwing ideas for the movie that we wanted to make. And that's how it started, like I ended up being friend with Scott, so it was like three friends, creating a story. And then Scott brought Matt to help us to keep developing the story and then write the script, and that's how it started.
That's amazing. Yeah, your work with Marco's amazing. You can go back to Kiltro, Mirage Man, Mandrill, El Puño de Condor, Fist of the Condor. And man, this one was great. And of course, you worked with Marco numerous times, but this is the first time you worked with Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
And of course, Marco and Scott, Undisputed Three and Savage Dog, this is like round three for them. And they have such great chemistry together. What was it like working on your behalf with Scott Adkins?
Well, yeah, actually, you're right. This is round three. That's what we wanted to be, and that's why also the challenge was so huge, because their fights in the other movies are awesome. And we wanted to, keep the level or be better. And for me, it was a big challenge to work with Scott because I actually was nervous, man, because he had made so many movies, so many action movies. He's a great actor. He had made so many good things, so many good fights. So I wanted to, to be at that level and try to make something better, obviously, always. So was great. He's totally. I mean, he really knows what he does. He's the best in the business as a martial arts actor. He is a cinephile. He knows how to direct. He can easily direct his own movie. He actually made home movies when he was young as me, so we share that yeah, that thing. And it was great, man. It was was so easy because we obviously we made we did a great job before rehearsing and reading the script and talking about the character. We wrote together, so we knew the characters. But it was so easy in the set because you just say action, and Scott, is was the character. Was I really enjoy. I was like a like the audience, watching through the camera or through the monitor or in front of them.
Yeah. One thing I really liked about Marco's character was that when you first see him, he comes off as this really slick hitman. And then it turns this little twist with him that I was not expecting when I first saw it, but he was the definition of a supervillain by the end of the movie because it was just insane what he did, and his look was so different than what we're used to. And I like the fact that Marco to me is like a chameleon when it comes to his characters. He can play different roles, sport different looks, but I think this is probably one of the most extreme looks I've ever seen him in. Was this an idea that you guys came up with together in terms of his design and how he was going to come off as this, professional killer?
Yeah, I mean, the idea was since the beginning, the references for his character were Terminator and Figur from No Country for Old Men, the Bardem's character. But then obviously you start finding your own stuff. We started. throwing new ideas, and the look was defined at the last moment, in the testing the looks with the makeup and hair, and there in front of the mirror and taking pictures, discovering how he would be. So, and was a really, I mean, I think Marco took a great decision with proposing shaving his head and having this totally different look, because this is the first time that he plays a villain in our movies.
Yeah.
All my movies with Marco, he was the hero. So
Yeah.
we needed something. We needed to do something really different, and I think it's working, man. I think it works.
I can go on to say he looked like he could have been a character in an anime, the way he looked, just the design of him and the way he presents himself. I mean, I saw like the way he the way he presents himself in front of the other characters, like really soft spoken, deadly at the same time. I was like, this character could be in an anime of his own in some
Yeah, man.
ways. That's what I was envisioning as I was seeing the movie. But
Cool, man. Ooh, that's a great compliment, man. Thank you.
and the fight scenes were great in this. I like that they were grounded, like somehow grounded, but also, you get to see Marco and Scott doing their thing. They're fantastic kickers. I mean, hands down. Who did the choreography this time around?
Marco.
Okay.
Marco is the fight choreographer. Obviously, Scott too. I mean, he puts his thing over there, obviously. And yeah, but for the fights, we had a great team behind also in Colombia, the stunt team. They were great. We were able to do, stream stuff, real stuff, those falls too. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm glad you like the fights, because it was a big challenge, to be at the level of these two guys, that they are the best, and we wanted them to have the tone of the movie, because it has a specific tone, it's not real 100% realistic, but the fights needed to feel real, not, we couldn't do just crazy flips for no reason, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Another thing, and then next question is, how long did shooting take on the film, and did you face any other challenges during production at all, or was it a smooth shoot?
How long was the shooting, or the
Yeah.
whole?
The shoot. Yeah, the shoot itself.
um 24 days, I think. There's little time for an action movie. So the challenge was to be able to make these scenes with that little time, was always tight, always tight, always every day was a fight, was a struggle, because we wanted to make the best possible. And you need time to do it correctly, you
Yeah.
need to repeat, you need to get to that level. So yeah, the challenge was the timing, was being able to do this with little time. And yeah, but I think I'm really proud, man. I'm really proud. I feel we have this feel of similar to 90s movies, with
Yeah,
those
exactly.
real falls, using CGI for other stuff, not for the action,
Yeah. But overall, this was a fantastic movie, and I hope everyone will get to check it out when it comes out next Friday on the 13th. Is there anything next that you're going to be working on that you can talk about, including, are you gonna plan to work with Marco and Scott again at some point, or?
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely yes. I just finished a script last night, 101 pages for Marco and Scott.
Oh,
So
okay.
so that's the plan, man. That's the plan.
Awesome. Well, when that comes out, I definitely gonna have to look out for that one. That's for sure.
Cool, man. Thank you.
So Diablo will be out on June 13th. Those of you who are huge fans of Scott Adkins and Marko Zaror and Ernesto's work with Marco, this was a fantastic collaboration with the three of them, a great action film. And Ernesto, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about it.
Thanks to you, man. Thank you very much.
All right, you take care and stay awesome.
You too, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.